Hello and welcome to episode 3 of the Neo Geo Trio, the show where we cover 3 Neo Geo CD games every episode. First 2 episodes have been going along great, and we're here to continue the series, and the first game we have coming up here is Fighter Gowcaizer. Here we go. Fighter Gowcaizer is another fighting game from Tecmos, the makers of the Double Dragon series and the Double Dragon fighting game for Neo Geo. Tecmos decided that they wanted to create something new with this game, so they made it based off an anime universe that they've created themselves. So Fighter Gowcaizer has some very, very strange characters, and the strangeness represents in their fighting style as well. For example, one of the singers that you can play as fights in her venue, and she uses some kind of robo-attack sentry to do her fights for her, at least mostly. That being said, the robot causes some weird combo attacks, and the fighting style just doesn't really make sense for her. This could be said for some of the other characters as well, though there is your standard fare Street Fighter Ryu-ish fighters that you can pick as well. Graphically, the game looks pretty decent. Backgrounds are great, characters are large, but it has the zoom in, zoom out feature from Art of Fighting, and for whatever reason it causes a lot of graphical glitches in this game. Sound-wise, the sound effects are decent enough, but, and this is a big but, if you don't like J-pop music, this game may turn you off immediately because it has a lot of J-pop music in the background. I know some people don't like it, some people don't mind it, and some people love it. If you hate it, you're probably not going to like this game. Overall though, the weird combat system, the weird combo system, the graphical glitches, and I don't know, the characters just didn't appeal to me that much. I thought it was an average fighting game. I give it 2 out of 5 stars. You know, they say the TURBOGRAFX-CD is the king of shoot-'em-up games. Well, if that's the case, then the Neo Geo is definitely the king of the fighters. Get the reference? Okay, probably not funny. So we're going to move on to our second game here, and that is another fighting game, Savage Rain. Savage Rain borrows various elements from a couple of different SNK games, but mashes them up in a way that makes it unique and fun. Fatal Fury is one of those games it borrows from in 2 elements. Southtown. Southtown is the city that you fought in Fatal Fury, and possibly the sequels as well. This game takes place in a futuristic version of Southtown. The second element is the front and back plane that was used in the Fatal Fury games. In Fatal Fury, the front plane was your standard plane where you would fight at, and you would also have the ability to use a back plane to avoid attacks and cause cross-diagonal attacks as well. Savage Rain improves upon this very much so, and the fact that now the back plane can have different elements to it rather than just another background to walk through. The background element in this game can actually have cliffs, things to hang off of, and as well as objects to throw at enemies that makes it unique and interesting, and improves upon the Fatal Fury formula. Secondly, it borrows from the Samurai Showdown games and the fact that you have weapons and stuff that you can use. Boomerangs, nightsticks, just to name a few objects. You can use that to bash your opponent as well as your fists and feet, and do a variety of super moves and combos to take out the enemy and win the match. Overall, I thought the sound in this game was excellent, the music in this game was excellent, the character and the sprites were excellent. Pretty much an awesome package, and really a game I'm looking forward to sitting down and playing through again. I give this one a 5 out of 5. Savage Rain was awesome. The final game we're reviewing here on Neo Geo Trio Episode 3 is a game I actually expected to be a shoot-'em-up game. However, it wasn't. Instead, I got a very unique game that I can proudly say that I'm addicted to and can't wait to play again. The game is Windjammers. Windjammers is a power frisbee game. You face different competitors all over the world, and each competitor has his or her different speed or power. Their course has a different amount of ground or obstacles, so it mixes up the gameplay very nice and makes it fun. It's almost a twist on Pong, you could say. You have your frisbee, the frisbee served to you, and you have to fly it back to your opponent and try to get it to score into one of the goals behind him or her. Each goal is worth a different amount of points. You have a set amount of time that you have to score the most points, and if you do, you win the round. It's a 3-set round, so whoever gets the best out of 2 out of 3 is the winner, and you move on to the next competitor. Now, it's only a 2-button game, but you use the buttons to slide, power up, and throw the frisbee back and bounce it in different directions in order to get your opponent confused and miss the frisbee. It's a lot of fun. It sounds very simplistic, but it's a very addicting game, and I highly recommend you check it out if you get the chance. The sound is decent, the characters are decent, and the concept is just really, really cool. And what else is strange is, it seems that one of the female characters in the game resembles one of the Streets of Rage characters. I believe her name was Blaze. I just thought it was kind of funny. Overall, though, this game is unique enough in its gameplay, control, and overall playability that it makes it a must-play, especially for party gamers. It's a really good one to pick up if you got 2 players or a bunch of friends that just want to play something unique. I also give this one a 5 out of 5, and that'll do it for this episode of Neo Geo Trio. I hope you enjoyed it. Take it easy, folks. We'll be back soon.